Hello my friends and welcome to Crypto Gaming. I don't want to waste your time, so let's dive right in. Today we will be doing a deep dive into Mouse Hunt. We'll ask 4 questions. What is Mouse Hunt? Is Mouse Hunt legit? Is Mouse Hunt profitable? And is Mouse Hunt fun? So whether you're interested in investing, earning, gaming, or some combination of the three, there's something here for you. Mouse Hunt is a multiplayer, play-to-earn game where players collect NFTs, farm tokens, breed characters, and build levels. Players play as the heroes, as the villains, and as the castle architects. If desired, players can exchange their earned tokens for real money. The game has 2 teams, the mouse heroes and the ghost villains. The goal of the mice is to reach the fragrant cheese of yore at the end of a haunted castle, and the goal of the ghosts is to kill all the mice. As the mice shoot, dash, and use special abilities, the ghosts possess objects, activate traps, and use their own ethereal abilities to kill the pesky rodents. When a mouse dies, the player actually switches teams and comes back as a ghost, and their new objective is to defeat their former teammates. Although Mouse Hunt was originally designed without crypto in mind, the team is currently revamping the game to make it a full-fledged play-to-earn game. Mice, ghosts, and castles are all NFTs, which can be bought and sold on the blockchain. 2 cryptocurrencies, MHT and MCheese, fuel the game's economy. Features will include staking, farming, breeding, renting, and so on. The game was originally created over the course of 3 months back in 2018 as a part of a Vancouver film school final project. The game quickly became a benchmark for all other student projects, receiving the award for Best Final Game. Now, 3 years later, the team has reunited under the name of Isoforce Games to build out the Mouse Hunt universe. So let's take a look at their roadmap. In Q3 2021, the team migrated the game to the blockchain and upgraded to Unreal Engine 5. They began to grow staff and advisors, raised a seed round of investments, and started to develop partnerships. So far in Q4, the team has released its website, its white paper, and a few whitelists where selected fans can buy MHT tokens and mouse boosters. For the remainder of Q4, Mouse Hunt will be launched on Seedify on December 20th, followed by listing MHT on PancakeSwap and allowing holders to stake. Early next year, they will launch Mouse Hunt, Lock and Load, a PvE game mode, and they will start selling legendary ghost NFTs. In Q2, Castle Land will also be available for sale. In Q3, the team plans to launch Mouse Hunt, Castle Heist, a PvP game mode, and they will open their custom marketplace. In Q4, player-owned Castle Land will become a playable feature, complete with a castle editor. And finally, the team plans to release Mouse Hunt, Tower Defense in 2023. Now let's ask, is this game legitimate? The first place to look is at the team behind the game. Who are these people, and can they really pull off all the features they're promising? As I mentioned earlier, the game was created by game development students, 6 of them to be exact. It's quite an accomplishment to build something with that level of polish in just 3 months, so that in itself lends the team some credibility. Furthermore, the team is rapidly expanding. Just a few days ago, they had 6 employees, but now their website lists 15. At one point, they stated, "We expect to rapidly expand in early 2022 to account for the explosion that we hope Mouse Hunt achieves." You can even find a few positions they have open on LinkedIn. One caveat that I'll point out is that some of the employees appear to only work on the game part-time, but that isn't much of a concern for me given the team's ongoing expansion. In terms of partners, Mouse Hunt is supported by LeroyPad, an early-stage crypto game accelerator. Seedify can be considered a partner as well, since that's where the game will launch. They have a few advisors, all of which focus on the blockchain. That makes sense seeing as the original team was made up of game developers, not blockchain developers. They don't have a long list of impressive partners like some crypto games out there, but they have said they are closing great partnerships and will bring more information about it soon. Mouse Hunt's social media platforms include Twitter, Discord, Telegram, and Medium. As of this recording, they have 61,000 Twitter followers, 67,000 Discord members, and 50,000 Telegram users. The community is rapidly expanding, tripling in just the past few weeks. They plan to make Mouse Hunt a community game, full of events, tournaments, and competitions of all kinds. And sure enough, they're already running a contest to create your own mouse hero. Even if a project has a great team, partners, and community, it's always wise to be on the lookout for scams. Fortunately, Mouse Hunt has recently been audited by 0xGuard, a smart contract security auditor. Most of the checks were passed, but 1 medium severity and 3 low severity issues were found. After reading about these issues, I'm not personally all that concerned about them since 0xGuard only describes high severity issues as something that could result in theft. Nonetheless, it would be nice if the Mouse Hunt team gave an explanation for these issues. The Mouse Hunt universe will offer 2 fungible tokens, Mouse Hunt token called MHT and Mouse Cheese called MCheese. These are initially powered by Binance Smart Chain due to its low transaction fees and huge adoption. However, the team has built everything around cross-chain technology, so they plan to eventually launch on Ethereum, Polygon, Solana, and Elrond as well. Tokens can be used for buying items from the Mouse Hunt store, renting heroes and lands, buying energy to play more, and voting in DAOs when staked. MHT, the first token available, is a deflationary token with a limited supply of 100 200 million. Early on, it will be the sole reward for players of the lock and load game mode, allowing early players and investors to grow their bags consistently over the next few months. Over time, MHT will shift to be a scarce and valuable governance token, with the bulk of the rewards going towards the best players. MCheese, on the other hand, is an inflationary token with infinite supply. It will act as a payment token, a medium of exchange, a play-to-earn reward, and a burnable token to perform NFT upgrades or breeding. MCheese will not be available until Q2 2022. In addition to 2 fungible tokens, Mouse Hunt operates on NFTs. Mouse Heroes, Ghost Villains, and Lands are all procedurally generated NFTs. These are each assigned a level of power based on their rarity, with the options being common, rare, epic, and legendary. What's especially cool is that the same NFT can be used in multiple Mouse Hunt universe game modes, so it sounds like you'll be able to use the same character whether you're farming tokens, raiding castles, or playing in a tower defense. Mouse Heroes are the initial NFTs that are being offered for sale. They each have different stats, such as an energy bar and farming rate, which depend on the NFT's rarity. Each mouse is unique, since they may have different fur, hats, weapons, clothes, tail, ears, eyes, nose, and teeth. Some of these are just for looks, but some of them determine a mouse's playstyle. For example, fur determines things like health, speed, damage, and even personality. Passive abilities are determined by the hat, such as increased move speed after taking a hit, or deflecting damage while using the dash ability. Active abilities come from the weapon, with examples like revealing all ghosts for 5 seconds, inspiring nearby mice, creating a shield barrier, and so forth. Ghost Villains will start to be offered early next year. Initially, a ghost's bonuses will simply be based on the mouse that died and became a ghost. Later down the line, the developers plan to add variety to ghosts, similar to how the mice work. Players can also acquire lands as NFTs. After buying a land, you get access to a castle builder mode where you can organize the map's layout, set up traps, and customize the look and feel of each room. Castles can be upgraded with NFTs as well. A castle is a great passive income source since it provides MHT to its owner every time another player attempts to complete it. The goal of the castle owner is to have a very high death ratio, since that's how you'll generate the most profit. There are several ways to earn in Mouse Hunt. Initially, tokens will only be earnable passively in the lock and load game mode, which will be a single-player auto-play token farming game. Once the Castle Heist game mode comes out, more opportunities for passive income will come into play, like owning a castle or renting your mouse out to a player who can't afford one. Thus, there may be a manager-scholar type of relationship, similar to other crypto games like Axie Infinity. Breeding will be an option as well, with traits like fur genetics carrying over between generations. If you're looking to actually play your mouse, you'll have plenty of opportunity to earn tokens as well. In the Castle Heist mode, mice accumulate tokens based on how far they get into the castle. Being the last survivor and making clutch plays such as diving in front of your teammates to save them will give you extra tokens at the end of the match. However, even if your mouse dies at the start, you'll still get rewarded on some level. As a ghost, you earn tokens by killing mice, and you can get extra tokens for stylish kills, slaying the highest number of mice or defeating the mice in record time. Players will also be placed into a league, whether it's bronze, silver, gold, or platinum. The league you're placed in is based on the combined value of your Mouse Hunt NFT wallet. The higher the league, the better the rewards. Every 2 weeks, the top 30 players of each league will earn extra rewards. This will be the best way to earn MHT. Mouse Hunt has already finished a couple of whitelists, and they're currently doing their third. The idea is that you complete a series of tasks, such as following their Twitter, and then you'll increase your chances to be whitelisted for each task you complete. If you luck out, you'll be able to buy a preset amount of MHT and boosters, which turn into Mouse Heroes later on. In the first whitelist, 1,000 users were able to buy $75 to $600 worth of MHT for 15 cents each, up to 6 epic boosters for $75 each, and up to 2 legendary boosters for $250 each. In the second whitelist, 5,000 users were able to buy $20 worth of MHT at 17.5 cents each, at least 1 epic boosters for $105 each, and possibly a legendary booster for $350. We'll have to see what happens with the third whitelist, but it's clear that the trend is that the rewards are decreasing while the costs and the number of whitelisted users are increasing. As is generally the case, the earlier you are, the better. It's also worth noting that only 66,000 epic boosters and 8,250 legendary boosters will ever be minted, so their scarcity is baked into the game. We've looked at how legit Mouse Hunt is, and we've looked at the ways you could profit off of it. Now let's look at something that seems so simple and obvious, and it's something that many seem to overlook in the crypto gaming space. Is the game actually fun to play? Sure, you might have a big team of developers and some neat crypto economics, but if your game isn't fun, it's all pointless in the end because nobody's going to play it. In the case of Mouse Hunt, because it was originally designed without crypto in mind, fun was always at the forefront. The developers say, in addition to offering good earning possibilities, Mouse Hunt has fun as its main purpose. In other words, fun comes things first. To be clear, when we talk about gameplay, we're not talking about lock and load, which will be the first playable game mode. Since it's a single-player autoplay token farming game mode, I can't imagine it'll be too exciting. I see it as more of a bridge to get to the good stuff, which is the Castle Heist game mode. So let's talk about Castle Heist. It's a PvP game with 4 players, 3 mice and 1 ghost. The tables can easily turn as mice die and become ghosts. This brings us to the 3 design pillars that the game was built around, one of which is the control of the pacing shifts between the 2 teams. Generally, mice start out doing well, but ghosts gain an upper hand over time. Another pillar is that everything is either a threat or an opportunity. For mice, everything's a threat because it's probably either a flamethrower trap or a sofa getting flung at you by the ghosts. For the ghosts, everything's an opportunity to kill the mice. Another design pillar is thrilling gameplay. Peaceful moments build tension, and the tension erupts into satisfying action sequences throughout the game. According to the devs, Mouse Hunt finds a spot on the market between more hardcore bullet hells and family-friendly couch co-ops. A few things in particular stand out with Mouse Hunt's game design that make it original. First, the gameplay is asymmetric. Mice and ghosts play differently, and it's not necessarily a level playing field. Both teams have different mechanics, different goals, and different information available to them. Of course, switching teams when a mouse dies is also pretty unique, and it means you won't have players waiting around for the game to end if they get killed early on. And lastly, Mouse Hunt is primarily a skill-based game, which isn't actually that common among crypto games. For comparison, let's look briefly at a few games that the devs described as competitors back in 2018 when Mouse Hunt was originally created. They noted that Mouse Hunt shares some similarities to Enter the Gungeon, with both being co-op dungeon crawlers with ranged weaponry. Crawl was another one they mentioned since both games have a similar theme and asymmetric gameplay. And lastly, Darkest Dungeon is another game with an eerie atmosphere. In terms of aesthetics, Mouse Hunt has a 3D isometric style with cartoonish visuals that bring a light and welcoming feel to the game. There's an intentional contrast between the eerie, haunted feel of the location and the cute visual style of the playable characters. The game's visuals drew inspiration from games like Torchlight and, again, Enter the Gungeon. Of course, aesthetics is about more than just the visuals. The sounds are designed to emphasize the game's feelings of thrill and mystery, and there is even interactive music that reflects the intensity of the moment. Mouse Hunt will ship on iOS, Android, and Windows. That's great news because those platforms cover the majority of gamers out there. The controls are simple and intuitive, so it won't take long to get the hang of things. Although you do need a Mouse Hero NFT to play, you'll be able to rent one, which means anyone can play for free. So, Mouse Hunt is a free-to-play, cross-platform game with intuitive controls. All in all, I'd call it an unusually accessible crypto game. So there you have it, Mouse Hunt. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this video, I'd really appreciate it if you'd give a thumbs up, subscribe, and ring that notification bell. It would really help out the channel. I'd also be more than happy to engage with you in the comment section or on Twitter. See you soon.